Hey, Slocum, interview the staff again and check on those time cards for me, will you? Yeah, and get the assistant manager back in here now. Snyder.
Jack, where are you?
I'm sorry, I got hung up on a job. I'll be out the farm as soon as I can.
I'm not at the farm. I'm at the Lakeview. I had to stop by and get a few things that I left.
Where's JJ?
He's with me. Can you pick him up here?
Sure. I just don't know what time that's gonna be.
Jack, you promised him.
Mom, when's Dad coming?
JJ, just a sec, okay?
Okay.
Julia, I'm sorry. Listen, tell him I'll be there. I will be there, okay? And we'll do everything we planned. I just don't know what time, that's all.
You know what? Don't give me your excuses. Just tell me the truth. You're not coming, are you?
Again, I apologize. I am so sorry. I wanted the meeting held here and you accommodated me, but I can't let Jordan Sinclair spend the night in the slammer.
We understand.
Well, you can continue without me, Bob, because you know my position. As long-standing member of the board, I support my friend. Ben, all the way.
Thank you, Lucy.
I'll call you later at the hospital.
That'll be good.
Thought Jess would be here by now.
You know, we gave her full disclosure on Aaron's medical records. Did she say what she was looking for?
Not specifically.
Ben, what's the big mystery?
Well, Jess didn't give any details when she called, but she swears she can prove that I didn't cause Aaron's paralysis.
Thank you, Nurse Hanson. I can't tell you how much your deposition is going to help our case.
I'm just sorry I didn't say anything before.
You were in a difficult position. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your honesty.
I need to get back to work.
Of course.
Ms. Griffin, I understand you've been reviewing Aaron Snyder's medical case.
Yes, I have.
Well, then you know Nurse Hanson assisted in post-op and in the OR that evening.
I really can't discuss my conversation with Nurse Hanson.
Oh, no, there's nothing to discuss. We all know what happened.
Excuse me, Dr. Winters. I had a meeting.
As anesthesiologist, I saw Dr. Harris virtually unravel during that surgery. It is no wonder that there were complications.
I really have to go.
I have half a dozen witnesses, myself included. Real concerns about his competence that night. A botched surgery left that boy paralyzed. I hate to say it, as much as I have respect for Ben, but I think he has lost his edge.
Or have you?
Excuse me.
From what I've gathered, Dr. Harris performed brilliantly that evening under an enormous amount of pressure. The party responsible for Aaron Snyder's paralysis, it seems, is you.
Okay, it's cool that you talked to Paul, but that doesn't get you off the hook.
He believes me, Allison.
I believe you too, but I don't count and Paul doesn't count. We've got to stop the real creep who's been sneaking around Fairwinds. Are you gonna tell me who it is? Hello?
Paul's taking care of it.
I still don't get a name.
He's trying to find proof so that other people believe me, too.
How?
I don't know yet. I'm supposed to meet him here.
Well, whoever it is, I hope that Paul makes him pay for trying to ruin your life.
Why'd you do it, Emily? The doll, hanging cabinets, stocking on the mantelpiece, all the bizarre things that you did to try and get Rosanna to think that she was going crazy?
What are you talking about?
Will saw you with the doll. Why? Answer me.
I swear to you, I don't know
Don't you
anything
think that
about
kid's
it
been
at
through
all.
enough?
I didn't do anything to Will.
Oh, don't deny it. I know the truth.
You need to leave.
No, until I get some answers. Why? I mean, why? Why would you try and destroy my family? Tell me. What's in it for you?
Miss Griffin? What is going on over here? Because I just heard
Aaron, Aaron, I can't talk about it right now.
Ms. Griffin is misinformed.
Am I?
You're looking at a libel suit here.
I have two things in my favor. The truth and the evidence to prove it.
You're bluffing.
Why should I bluff when I'm holding all the cards?
Chris, I'm glad you're here. Page your father. I want this woman removed from the hospital.
What's going on, Jessica?
Your father will inform you after I meet with him. I'm on my way to see him now.
You won't salvage Ben's career at my expense.
What is he talking about?
This isn't your concern.
You just don't get it, Winters. But you will.
Wait. Miss Griffin, tell me something. This guy is the reason he messed up my surgery?
Aaron, I really can't get into it right now.
Please just tell me the truth.
I can't tell you the truth. Not yet.
Why?
Look, I know it's unfair to ask you to wait, but please just trust me. And I promise you, you'll know everything that's happened as soon as possible.
This is my life you're talking about.
Aaron, all I can say is Ben is not responsible for you losing the use of your arm. Okay, that's all I can say. Now, I really have to get to my meeting.
She's trying to make me the scapegoat. The truth is obvious to everyone who was with Ben that night.
Hey, Dr. Winters, can I have a minute with you?
Not now. I'm due noir.
Please don't walk away from me.
Look, Aaron, calm down.
Use back off. Is this your fault?
You want my time? Make an appointment.
So now what?
Now I wait here for Paul.
If you don't freeze to death first.
I'll be okay.
Come to my mom's house. I'll stash you in the attic until Paul figures this out.
I'm not hiding in an attic.
Well, it beats an alley.
He won't be long.
I'm not talking about any old attic. I'm talking about the prime spot between the Little Princess dollhouse and the Barbie Ferrari.
I'm not a criminal, Allison. I'm not guilty of anything.
Were?
Okay, I'll think about the attic.
Good, because I haven't driven my mom crazy in months. I'm due.
Thanks.
We're a lot alike, you and me.
What, you mean we're both big screw-ups?
No. I have an older sister and you have an older brother, and they both do a pretty good job of taking care of us and standing up for us when things get tough. I'm really glad that Paul came through for you. If anyone ever tried to mess with my head, Emily would tear them apart with her bare hands. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead, take it.
Hello?
Hi, Allie, it's Chris. Look, can you come down to the hospital? Aaron just punched out one of the doctors.
Why?
Look, the jerk had it coming, but Aaron really needs to be calmed down.
I'm on my way. I'm sorry, Will. I've got to go. Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, what's wrong?
I don't know. Chris just said that Aaron freaked out at the hospital, and he thinks I should go over there.
No, he's right. Go ahead. Oh, I'm fine.
I don't want to leave you.
Stop worrying about me. You told me to trust somebody, and I went to Paul, and it paid off. Okay, everything's gonna be fine, and you had a lot to do with that. You've been a really great friend.
You do the same for me, I know it.
You're still gonna feel that way when you find out I turned in your sister.
You accuse me of destroying your family? Because last I checked, it was my family, too.
Will saw you.
Okay, Will saw me.
The one that you planted at Fairwinds. Don't do this. Emily, please don't do this. Don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about.
Will said the same thing to me.
About what?
He came to me and asked me about a doll. I didn't have a clue what he was talking about. I still don't. I barely left the house. I've had this flu. If you don't believe me, you can ask Hal.
You had the flu? That's your alibi? You had the flu?
Paul, Will's got tons of issues, okay? All because of your mother. I don't know, maybe he's lashing out at me because I'm some kind of mother figure. Have you been around the last couple of years?
He knows what he saw.
Did anybody else see it? Did you see it? Or is Will's word gospel all of a sudden?
Good enough for me.
Okay, let me ask you this. What do I gain by torturing Rosanna?
I don't know, Emily, you tell me. Maybe freedom from Will.
I love Will.
From a distance.
What are you talking about? He lived in this house for a very long time. He'd still be living here if it weren't for your mother.
Yeah, but maybe you want to get him shipped back to the state hospital.
Maybe that's such a bad idea. And I'm not saying that because I'm plotting against you.
So how far would you go, Emily, huh? How far would you go to make sure that that happens?
I have been the one constant thing in that boy's life.
You weren't constant. You weren't constant when you first got out of the hospital. You packed your bags, you took off
What
for
are
your
you talking about? For a few days, I came home. I came home because that's what I do. I make this place a home, or I go down trying. You know what? I got a great idea. Why don't you take your mother and move back to Fairwinds? Because I'll take Will back here in a heartbeat.
What about Daniel? Daniel's why you didn't want Will in here in the first place, if I remember right.
Daniel loves Will. And yes, I was a little worried when he first came home, but the minute I saw those boys together, my worries went away.
Right, so you're just one big, happy, peachy family.
Let me tell you something. When I married Hal, I took it all. I took the ex-wife, the kids, the house, the mortgage, and I made a lot of sacrifices. But you know what? I've been happy to do it. But I'll be damned if I'm going to stand here and let you accuse me of hurting the people I love the most.
Okay, here's what I think. I think you're still afraid of Will, and you don't want to go to Hal and express those fears because you know that Hal will side with Will. And then where would
I'm not denying that I had fears. I just told you. God, I was a little afraid. I was freaked out when Will showed up on my doorstep. And maybe I was right. Maybe he came home too soon.
No, Will is not the one who's responsible for what's happening to Roseanne.
Well, neither am I. Now get the hell out of my house.
I'm gonna find out the truth, Emily.
Just like you got to the truth about Rose.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
Will went after Rose because he felt he was losing you. What if he's not well? What if those feelings are bubbling up again? Then what?
You're wrong.
Maybe. But if I were you, I'd tell Rosanna to sleep with her eyes wide open.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, Em, please. It's okay. But I'm not some little kid that you can manipulate anymore. I'm all grown up. And at least now I know for sure just what my kid brother's up against.
No, I want the crime van to come to the back so we can get the evidence to the lab now. Go.
You got it.
Go. I tell them I want preliminaries by late morning tops, okay?
It's really great to have you back, Detective.
Thanks. I'm sorry. Things have been a little crazy, that's all.
What time, Jack?
I'm not sure.
You know, little boys can't handle not sure. Jack, you know he has a sleepover at Jared's house, you know. When are you planning on fitting him in?
I'll do the best I can.
He's been talking about it all day.
And I've been looking forward to it, too. Listen, I'm going to check in at the station, and then I'll be there.
Well, how long will that take?
I don't know.
Are you sure it's the station you have to check in with?
It's not fair. At all. Listen, Carly knows I'm hanging out with JJ today. She's fine with it. I'm sorry, I can't pinpoint a time for you, Julia. This is my job. It's not predictable. I can't always nail down my schedule.
I get it. Other priorities.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yep, forget it. I'll handle it myself. Jack's running late, honey.
How late?
I don't know. But hey, you and me, we could hang out, we could have dinner together, we could...
I hate it, Mom. I hate it!
JJ. Jack said he was going to be here, so he will. We just have to be a little patient, okay? He's working.
Jack said he didn't have to work today.
Well, something came up. He got called in.
With his family?
No. Police work.
Jack promised we'd do something fun tonight.
No, well, you will. As soon as he gets here.
I hate it, Mom. I hate sharing Jack. I hate it!
Come here.
100 cc's? Is Nurse Hanson sure?
She's positive. Dr. Winters infused 100 cc's of the dopamine instead of the indicated 10 cc's, which caused Aaron's blood pressure to skyrocket.
Causing a subdural hemorrhage.
And the resulting paralysis.
It's all right there, Bob.
Yeah, but why didn't Nurse Hanson come forward during the initial investigation?
Dr. Winters threatened her. She questioned him about the dosage right after the surgery. He promised her that he would make sure she lost her job.
How?
There are a million ways that he can make her life at the hospital hell. She's a single parent. She needs her paycheck.
Well, how did you manage to get her to open up?
When I talked to the staff for the second time, I could see something was bothering her, so all I had to do was just give her a little nudge, and she told me everything.
Well, if you hadn't pushed this, it never would have come to light. I'm very grateful.
So am I, Jess.
Bob, Aaron overheard me talking to Dr. Winters at the hospital. He needs to know what's going on.
I'll talk to him.
So, where do we go from here?
Well, I'll call a meeting of the board and the subcommittee on ethics. Dr. Winters will be suspended pending investigation. I'm just sorry that this took so long to come out.
No apology necessary.
So, Bob, when will you rescind Ben's resignation?
That's a separate issue.
But after reading this deposition, how can you not reinstate him?
Jess, tampering with a drug screening is a serious breach. I can't bury that. The way things stand now, there's no way that Ben can come back and work at Memorial.
I know I shouldn't have slugged the guy, okay? Allie, I lost it.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
The jerk had it coming.
Right. I just wanted to talk to him, and he blew me off. I saw red, and...
I still can't believe that you dropped that doctor in front of half the hospital.
I know.
Aaron, how could you do something like that?
I'm sorry, Allie. I know it was wrong.
No. I mean, why didn't you call me so I could be here to see it?
Yeah, is Lieutenant Munson back yet? No, I tried his cell phone about a dozen times. He's not picking up. No, just forget it. I'm gonna come down there myself. Thanks.
Coming up on As the World Turns.
If you push this, you could make it worse for Ben.
So Ben's career is just over?
Jess.
No, I want an answer.
How does a happily married man know exactly how I feel?
Bob, Ben deserves the same examination of evidence that Winters will receive.
The problem is Ben admitted to falsifying a drug screening.
Jess, I know I told you I want to rescind my resignation, but I'm not asking for special treatment.
I'd give it if I could, but I can't. I want him back at Memorial more than you do.
Ben is the best surgeon at Memorial. Your patients deserve the best.
Bob's already stretched the rules as it is by not going public about my drug screening.
Well, we can negotiate. There can be mandatory random screening, a probationary period. Let me talk to the ethics board.
The board will not go for it.
I'm not going to give up.
If you push this, you could make it worse for Ben.
So Ben's career is just over?
Jess.
No, I want an answer.
My first priority is to clear Ben's name. Dr. Winters will be held accountable for his actions. I will issue a statement that will set straight Ben's record in surgery.
Bob, I respect your decision. I don't like it, but I respect it.
Look, I know we all want the same thing, but I don't see any way of getting there. I'm sorry. Truly sorry.
Are you okay?
I don't know how you could be so cool about this.
It's not Bob's fault.
I know it's not Bob's fault. I'm not mad at Bob. I just thought that if I kept digging, if I could just get to the truth.
Hey, you did. You believed in me. I'm grateful for that.
For what? You can't go back to the hospital. You can't practice medicine. You know, this isn't about Eli Winters or Bob. This is about me. I ruined your career. And that's something I have to live with for the rest of my life.
I wish Jack was here right now. Or that you guys could be at the movie theater stuffing your face with popcorn or at the batting cages hitting the ball about 90 miles an hour. You know, I wish I wish I could change just about everything about today. I can't.
It's okay, Mom.
No, it's not okay. Hey. You are the most special little boy in the whole wide world. And I want you to know that and believe it.
Because only special little boys get their very own official cowboy Stetson.
Wow.
Hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all.
This is real?
Oh, yeah, it's real. I got one just like it. So does Luke.
Cool.
Mind if I sit?
No, please.
What do we got here? This looks like a Lakeview prime cut burger. Is this a mother and son dinner?
I kind of turned into one. I just came to pick up some things that I left here, and Jack was supposed to pick up JJ.
But he's late.
Jack's late? Again? You know, I was supposed to meet Jack just the other day for a drink. And I had to wait for him, too.
You did?
Yeah, a long time. Because Jack is a policeman, and policemen, they help everybody. And sometimes, you know, helping people takes a little bit longer than even Jack wants it to.
Do cowboys help people?
Sort of. They, bring food to the market, but they don't work after dark. And I know for a fact that policemen, they work all through the night sometimes.
He's tied up on a case.
I bet if you ask JJ, he'll take you down to the station and show you how they do fingerprints, give you the whole tour. How does that sound?
Really?
Yeah, sure. And then you can figure out whether or not you want to be a cowboy or a cop.
Excuse me, how about a doctor?
Like doctors know how to ride horses and lasso a calf.
Yeah.
You know what? Next time we ride, I'll teach you how to use a rope.
Cool, when can we go? JJ?
Hey, this is a serious negotiation here. How can this kid pick a career path until I get him sitting tall in the saddle? Tell you what, how about I swing by the farm tomorrow? We'll hit the trail.
I can go riding again?
Yeah, that's what cowboys do.
Promise?
Promise.
But, Sierra, I don't know any of the details yet. All I know, I got home. The police cars were in the driveway, and Jordan was in handcuffs. Yeah. Of course, I tried to stop it. I had a huge altercation with Margot Hughes, but it didn't do any good. She refuses to acknowledge the truth, so I've come here to the top. No, dear, I think you should stay home just in case Dusty calls with news of Lucy. All right? I don't know where Dusty went, but clearly his departure had something to do with Jordan's arrest. Don't you worry about that. I'll get him out. Hang in, darling. It's clearly a case of police brutality. Bye, sweetheart. Hi, Jack. I need to see Hal Munson.
He's not here, Lucinda.
Oh. Okay. An employee of mine, Jack, has been removed from my home, and he is presently here, incarcerated in your facilities. Now, I need to know how that could possibly have happened, and I also need an official apology preferably in writing.
That's not happening, Lucinda. Come on.
Hey, let's wait for Hal, see what Hal says.
No, I know exactly what he's going to say, that Jordan Sinclair was arrested with cause. He assaulted a police officer.
Excuse me. I don't think you were present.
No, but I know how to read an arrest report. Just a second. Yes. Right here, it says that Mr. Sinclair and Mr. Donovan were being guarded by an officer. Mr. Sinclair distracted the officer, then knocked him to the ground so that Mr. Donovan could flee the premises. Right there.
Well, if that's what happened, it couldn't be helped.
And that's your defense?
Wait a minute. Shouldn't the question here be why these two young men were being detained against their will and they hadn't even committed a crime?
They were found with a corpse. A guy named Bud Simpson who was working for Dominic Ramsey.
Exactly.
Exactly what?
Jack, Dominic Ramsey, he's a bad guy, okay? He's responsible for the kidnapping of my granddaughter. Now, Dusty and Jordan have been investigating him to get some clue as to Lucy's whereabouts, okay? That means they were performing a valuable service.
They're not authorized to investigate kidnappings or murders. You need a badge for that.
You have a badge. Do you know where she is? Do you know anything?
I didn't arrive on the scene until CSI was cleaning up. Margot was the one to do the initial questioning. You're going to have to ask her.
I would love to if she were here, but I'm stuck with you, Jack. Please give me some answers.
First day back on the force, Lucinda. You're going to have to cut me some slack here. If there's any new information about Lucy, I'm sure Margot will be able to help you out. Until then, Jordan Sinclair cools his heels until he's arraigned.
But is that absurd?
No, it's the law.
Okay, all right, I'll post the bail.
Well, great. You can bring your checkbook to the hearing. You don't do that here.
Jack, Jack, maybe you don't even remember this, Jack, but you were always a very reasonable man.
There is nothing reasonable about today, Lucinda. Now, I am late getting someplace, so if you'll excuse me.
I don't excuse any dereliction of duty.
Jordan Sinclair took the law into his own hands, and for that, he's getting what he deserved. A free night stay in one of our luxury suites, complete with 3 squares and a lumpy cut. You got a problem with that? You can take it upstairs.
Okay. I'll call the commissioner.
Don't stop there. Take it to the mayor's office. I'm sure they have nothing better to do today. Do me a favor, Lucinda. Take it someplace else.
Shh, shh, shh. It's okay. It's okay. I will.
Jack, hey, I didn't realize you were back to work already.
I'm beginning to think that wasn't such a bright idea. But your husband's quite a smooth talker. He convinced me to come.
Yeah, Hal, is he around?
No, not at the moment. I think he had a meeting in Chicago. Obviously, it's running a little later than expected.
Oh, that must be why I couldn't reach him on his cell.
Well, why don't you talk to the desk clerk and see if they can call him, see if there's an ETA and when he's going to be back. Or I can take a message.
No. No, it's something I need to tell him in person.
Everything okay?
No, Jack. Everything's far from okay, but I need to find Hal.
Toys and Treasures on Maple Avenue.
Winters, I want you out of this hospital. You're suspended effective immediately.
That is the board's decision to make.
Are you defying my authority?
I stand by the original record on the Snyder case.
You have got 2 choices. Either you pack up your things and get out of here, or I'll call security and throw you out. I don't think you want the press to hear about this story.
You've got a fun in your hands, Bob.
You'll hear from our attorneys.
You fired him?
Not yet.
What are you waiting for?
Now, wait.
Allison, this is not up for public discussion.
Dr. Hughes, can I ask you a serious question?
Sure.
Was Jessica right about the problems with my operation?
Aaron, you know how sorry we are, but I know for certain now that Ben made no mistake in surgery. He did not cause your paralysis.
Do we have to do this here?
Dissect our lives in Lucinda's living room, not my first choice.
Jess, I'm grateful to you, but...
But for us, nothing's changed.
No. You cleared my name. I can sleep at night knowing I did Aaron Snyder no harm, but that's the extent of it.
Last time I had a good night's sleep, I was lying next to you.
What do I say to that?
That you forgive me, that you understand how sorry I am.
I understand how sorry you are. Come on, did you honestly think that getting my job back would fix us?
I thought it might be a start. I thought it might remind you that I still have some good instincts. I'm not just that woman who made the worst mistake of her life with a man named Doc Reese.
All right, I don't want to rehash this. I don't blame you, Jess. I don't blame anyone. I'm the one who took those pills. I was feeling bitter and angry, and I thought the pills would take it away. And you didn't force them down my throat. You didn't force me to get my son to fake a drug test so I could deceive Bob Hughes. For me, the road back is not blaming you or Doc Reese or anybody else. It's owning what I did. All of it.
But if Memorial won't rehire you...
Okay, then fine. They take my job. I mean, they're not going to take my dignity. I think I learned here that, yes, good and decent people make mistakes. All of us are capable of doing things that previously we couldn't even imagine.
You had a reason. What was mine?
I don't know, Jess. I don't know. You know, sometimes maybe there just are no reasons. In fact, if I was completely honest, I'd have to admit that I was part of the problem, too. I expected you to live up to impossible standards.
They weren't impossible. When I look back on what we had, it's as close to perfect as a marriage can get.
Well, if that were the case, then Doc Reese wouldn't have been an option.
I was a fool.
Well, seems to be a lot of that going around lately.
Is that your professional opinion?
Yes, it is. Of course, it may be the last one I give.
Actually, I was stood up for a meeting. Running into you two has been the most productive part of my day.
Now, who would stand you up?
One of my competitors. He's a serious breeder, but he also likes to have a very good time, and I think maybe he might have started his New Year's just a little bit early.
Honey, finish up. I'm going to take you to Jared's pretty soon, okay?
What about Dad?
Jack knows that you have plans. He'll understand, JJ. He will.
He sure will. He just wants you to have a good time.
Yeah, Jared's mom planned a lot of really fun stuff for you guys. I heard something about a scary movie.
Can I stay up till midnight?
Oh, yeah? Really? I don't know if you're going to make it, sweetie. That's very late. Come on, Aunt Lisa wants to say Happy New Year to you and give you a big kiss before
I'll
we
take
leave.
him over to Lisa.
Can I take this?
Yeah, sure, you can take it.
You know the way, right? She's in the dining room. Why don't you just run over there by yourself? Give me a kiss. See ya.
Thanks, Holden.
It's amazing how I can just change on a dime. I see it in my own kids.
Yeah? Well, I tell you, he was about this close to a meltdown before you showed up.
Unfortunately, being a cop does mean that you do need to break promises sometimes. It's the nature of the job.
You really think that's what it is?
Yes, I'm sure that some work just got in the way.
I know he's trying to do, and I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but...
But you're still angry.
More sad than angry. More lonely than sad. But, you know, everybody's been really great to me. You and Lisa and Emma,
I think it's more than just having a lot of people around. Sometimes it's about just having one person around.
Answer something for me?
If I can.
How is it that you know how I feel? How does a happily married man know exactly how I feel?
Curtis isn't picking up his phone.
He's probably busy at Metro.
Allison, I really slammed his dad. I have to make it up to him.
Curtis, he'll understand.
Well, I hope so.
And after we square things with Curtis, we have some other business to take care of.
What kind of business?
It's New Year's.
Well, unfortunately, your boyfriend didn't make any big plans.
I don't need big plans.
What do you need?
To my list. I want lots of confetti showering us and a ton of people screaming Happy New Year's and blowing into those paper horns and, of course, Auld Lang Syne playing in the background. And last but not least, I want the longest, sexiest kiss of my life.
Well, come on.
Well, where are we going?
To add a few things to that list.
Jess, don't take it personal. I'm just stating a fact. I may never practice medicine again.
No, I don't believe that.
I knew you wouldn't. I should go.
Ben.
Look, there's nothing more to say.
Yes, there is. I love you, baby. I'll always love you.
Hey, no, do you know what time he left? No, I'm fine, Carly, thanks. No, I just can't seem to find him. I'm sure he'll be home soon. Okay, bye.
Sorry, it took a long time, but it was worth it.
Well, what happened?
I have solid proof that Emily's behind everything that's been happening at Fairwoods. She's not going to be able to lie her way out of it anymore.
To JJ happily off on his sleepover.
And to Lisa for taking him to Jerry's.
To you for being so amazing with him.
He's a great kid.
He is, isn't he?
Reminds me a lot of Luke.
Does Luke ever take no for an answer?
Oh, he's pretty stubborn, all right. Until I cave.
Or go crazy?
Or both. You think boys are tough?
What, be happy I don't have any girls?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Hey, Holden, I want to pay you for JJ's hat.
No, it's a gift. I should be paying you for the look on his face.
Thank you. It was really the perfect gift at the perfect time.
Yeah, sometimes you get lucky.
Well, I got lucky. You showed up when you did. How did you know we were here?
I have a confession to make. I walked in and I saw you two. I saw the look on JJ's face. So I ducked out and I got the hat. And it worked.
Yeah, it really did work. Thankfully, because I was running out of excuses for Jack.
Try to give him a break. He's only been back on the force a couple of days.
I know. It's hard when I see that look on JJ's face.
I know. I've been there. You do anything you can to pretend that nothing is wrong and that everything is great. But there's only so much you can do.
Your kids are very lucky. You're a great father, I can tell.
On the next As the World Turns.
I know who's been haunting Rosanna. Who's Emily? I'll find Lucy myself if I have to.
I love you, Lucy. I want you in my life.
You're pulling away from us. JJ can feel it, so can I.
What?
You're avoiding us like the plague.